Rob here, aka Trave 2323. I'm shooting this with the GoPro, and I know I've done so many videos on this cantilever fence and on this sliding gate, this electric sliding gate opener. I'm trying to think what other meta tags I used, but I'm shooting this again because recently I had to revisit the video of myself on this cantilever gate, this electric sliding gate, this electric sliding gate opener, and I realized I shot it with my old Canon, and it was like this. It was like that with my old Canon. So this has a stabilization optimizer in it, so I'm trying to shoot it to let you know a little bit more about the sliding gate, so we could go from there. I could show you about it. Now I do have a remote that I keep on my keychains for the sliding gate. There you go. And it stops by itself. I don't have to push the button to stop. It's magnetic stops. I'll show you how the magnetic stops work. Now the one thing that you do with this is make sure you don't lose the keys like we did. I had to order the keys from China. This is a SLAC from Orange something. Okay, so let me show you about this. All right, this right here, I got the gate, the electric cantilever sliding gate from Acorn Fence in Hammond, Indiana. If you live on the southeast side, if you live in Indiana, anywhere, the cantilever gate ran me $1,700 or $800, and that's without the gate, without the opener. That's just for the cantilever sliding gate. Now, I'm lucky enough to have the backside of my gate where it could go in front of my garage, so I'm not on anybody else's property, and it is very convenient, very convenient. Let me tell you when it's not very convenient. In the winter. You really do have to do maintenance on this thing in the winter because it gets so cold over here. So the rails on the top freeze sometimes. You get ice that freezes on the top and freezes on the side, where it's harder for this gate to move. So this right here is a lot of maintenance. On the belt, I put like a RV silicone. I put on the belt right there that goes through right here. Okay, I'm trying to fill you in on everything. It might be a long while, but if you want a cantilever gate, I'm trying to explain everything to you. Now with the cantilever gate itself, like I says, we are in the Midwest, we are in Chicago, we got all the 4 seasons here. So when I start to get any little rust spot, I cover it up and I treat whatever rust spot there may be that's forming on the gate. And this time what I put on it was a undercoating, was a from Eastwood Rust Encapsulator. That's Eastwood Rust Encapsulator. I gotta put some gray over it because my wife didn't like that it's black. So normally every year before the winter time, I sand it down, whatever, wire brush it to some half vinegar, half water, wire brush it in really good, let it sit for 15 minutes, then water, then primer, then paint and all that. But this Rust Encapsulator actually so far did the better job on it. Let's see, it's a 12-foot opening, and let's go from here. Let me close it one more time, then I'll explain it to you. I don't know if I got to put oil in these. This is what I got to look up for the wheels. I don't know if I got to put oil in them. You see there's a hole in the top. I got to find out what that hole in the top is for. Okay, so now this right here is like a polyurethane or a poly, so I wouldn't put, like people want to put WD-40 up there. I would not put WD-40 on this because WD-40 is a distillate, and if you got nylon or anything, look it up. WD-40 would mess up that nylon or polyurethane. Okay, it'll be all right for the chains down here. It'll be all right for the chains, but I wouldn't put it right here. Right here, we put the RV silicone spray in here. That's what we put in there because look it up. Distillates will mess up nylon or like a polyurethane. Distillates will mess it up. Now let me talk about the sliding gate opener. This is the SL600 AC. I put it in myself and I mounted it myself. It comes in like 3 or 4 different pieces. So let me see. Here's the stopper that's going to be coming, and that's a magnet. And when it gets to a certain spot, the magnet trips the gate opener to stop when it comes to a certain spot. Let me see if it worked that time. Did it? Yeah, it stops it before. It stops it before the metal piece over there. So if you go the other way, now I gotta treat this one and probably put some rust encapsulator on that. That's just a 2x4. that I put into the fence like this, a 2x4 into the fence, and I painted it so when that passes by, it stops it. Okay, so it started rubbing. You see on there, it started rubbing, and I spray that also with the what is that, RV silicone slider. Now this is just 2x4s that I had to make the distance because it got to be within some special inches of the sliding gate opener. Now the sliding gate opener recommends you a certain size of concrete. Okay, this concrete is 3 80-pound bags of concrete that goes into the ground. 3 80-pound bags of concrete, and then I put a template where these would be, and I put these in before it dried. So that's a solid block of concrete. Now let me show you this. It still moves. 3 80-pound bags of concrete still moves to move that fence. Now on the end of the fence, this is what your chain's gonna look like. They give you the U-bolts that come around, and then you can adjust the tension of your chain at the end of the fence. You can adjust the tension. Let me put that over here. I might need to tighten it up a little bit. And this protects the snow and the ice from forming on the chain. Okay, that protects the snow and the ice. Here's the other magnet right here. Okay, that's the other magnet right there. Now see this right here? Here's the other tensioner with the adjustment on this side right here at the end of the fence. Okay, so I bought it from Orange A off of Amazon. That's the SL600 AC. They come from China, but it was like $286 when I bought it, and I don't think that was bad. I did have to put the concrete. I did do a video on how I put that together, the SL600 AC, but really there's a lot of them that come from like the same manufacturers. Somebody's beagle down the road. So, but these gates, like if you want a cantilever gate, you really have to do the maintenance on them, because once they start to rust and you let that go, you're gonna have problems. So one of my main problem areas is in the corner right here. You see there's no gutter, so it drips on the gate. So realistically what I do is I got a hammer and I tap the top of the gate with a hammer to break the ice off, and then I put RV silicones, whatever I can put, wax. I tried everything on this top of this gate to keep it from freezing over the winter time. The worst time you're gonna have it is over the winter time when there's a lot of snow. I use a leaf blower, my 250 amp hour Black & Decker, because you don't want the snow building up in these thingies right here. The snow builds up and it blocks the wheels right here. So I put my 250-mile-an-hour leaf blower and I keep those wheels free and clear, so then this way the gate can slide open and closed. Acorn's fenced to this side over here for me. Like when that gate is closed, open and closed, you're not gonna move it. That chain is in the middle of 3 wheels. There's 3 wheels in there. So once it's locked open or once it's locked closed, you are not gonna move it. So let me show you this over here first, how it locks. This right here is the lock for the fence right here. So somebody really need tools to be able to pop it open. So you just get this right here. I had to adjust one time before, but that is in there. See, that's locked. So there's no pulling the fence. There's no pulling it that way because it's locked really good right here. This is what I had to do because I've actually hit the pole before. So you see I got a ratchet strap to pull the pole back that way a little bit so it could be really centered in this. And you want your stops to be inside of here. You don't want your stops to be further back, because then people could really bend your fence. They'll have the leverage on this side so you can bend your fence. That needs to be in there, and if it's too hard you could actually loosen this up and move it back a little bit. But that is perfect right in there. That is, I mean, that's solid. That is not moving. Now let me show you another thing over here about this electric sliding gate opener. This right here, do not ever lose the keys. Look at, this is the wood that I replaced it with. That's where that was. See this back, the way it's carved out is because it's sat back in there, so it gets the right distance. It's sat back in there, but that's a 2x3 and this was a 2x4. Okay, but now with these sliding gate openers, here's the key lock on it right here. Don't lose the key. I lost the key. Okay, I ordered them. They're coming from China. Anyways, you turn the key on this, and this is a door that opens right here. It turns out this way. You have to have it all the way 90 degree, and that's what unlocks the gate. If you lose power, because we lost power before and we had to get out, and you will be locked in if you don't have that key. If you don't have that key, you will be locked in here. So you turn the key and you open this 90 degrees, and then you'll be free to open and close the gate. Unless you have that key, you will not be free to open and close that gate. So I ordered them from China. I probably could drill that lock out, but I figure, you know what, I'll just go ahead and order it. So either way, I wanted to shoot it with a better quality camera, and it's like I said, the gate itself was $1,700 or $1,800. That's Acorn's fence. So worth it to have a sliding gate where you don't have to get out when you're driving up at nighttime from about 6 houses down. We can open up the gate and get in. And in the winter time, I open up the garage and I get the blower and I blow everything out from the gate. I get the little hammer, tap it on the top. If I know it's gonna rain, freezing rain, I put silicone all over the top, and I hope that it don't freeze. But my wife knows where the hammer is, or we could tap the top of it. And also, for inside of here, I normally use, like I said, RV silicone spray is what I put over everything. But also on the chain, I've used gel WD-40, and this year I bought gun oil because gun oil has a high freeze point. Also, if you have a dog and you want a cantilever sliding gate, realize it's high off the ground. See, I got cinder blocks over here, but it's high off the ground. So if you got a dog, or if you're afraid of... I'm editing now. I still don't know why that cut off. Sorry about that. Either way, talk to you later. Subscribe, like, and share.